G'day guys, Google Secrets Revealed. Hopefully there's some stuff in here which is going to help your business a lot as you try to become more prominent on Google. I'm going to shift myself out of the way so I can focus on the work. So the whole idea behind this video is to give you guys a bit more knowledge about what Google is, why people use it, and how you can leverage that information to do better on Google. Because really, it's all about this statement here, right? We want to rank higher on Google so that we get more traffic, more people click on our website, so that we get more sales. Now, this goes for Google for your website. This is exactly the same for Google Business Profile. We want to be up the top, but how do we do that? And I guess part one for me is an understanding of why do people even use Google in the first place. We go there to find stuff out. We go there to get answers to questions. We go there because we want to figure out how to do this, how to do that, how to get somewhere, what business to use. We're researching, but at the end of the day, I think this is the statement here, is it's a giant game of Q&A. Like Google really is a giant question and answer service. Okay, and I think we can all agree on that, right? So that's what we go to Google for. Now that we know that, and people do know that, but I think they forget that. They get confused about what they should do with their content and their website, etc. Now that we know that really it's a giant Q&A service, we need to think about that for our business. Okay, how can we use that information for our business? Well, really, we just want to give Google what they want. That's the entire game of SEO and Google Business Profile is give the Google giant what it wants and you'll get rewarded. Okay, so let's go through a process right now that can teach you what we teach our clients, what we do with and for our clients, because I think it's useful and you can watch this, learn this, and have results reasonably quickly. Now, the first step in this process is 4 steps. Okay, there's only 4 steps in this. So step number 1, and it really starts here. This is really the nuts and bolts of this discussion, is finding the right questions. So open up a Google Doc or a Microsoft Word document or a piece of paper and get writing things down. Okay, talk to lots of people. Find out what questions are people asking in relation to our business, our services, our products, even our local area. So talk to customers, talk to staff, talk to friends, talk to business colleagues, talk to anybody and find out, what are people trying to find out about our business. Very frequently, there'll be extremely basic questions that you get 10 times a day. You have deep knowledge on the topic, and you probably get sick of the same basic questions, but that's the question that people are asking. They're on Facebook asking that question. Go to your competitor's Facebook page. Go to your competitor's other social profiles. Find out what questions are out there. Then go to Old Mate Google and pop those questions into Google. We're trying to figure out what other questions are out there as well. Okay, so Google will, at the bottom of a search engine results page, and you've all seen this, it'll tell you people also ask, so refer to that, write those questions down. And at the very bottom of the page, it'll also have related searches. So run some of those searches through Google, run some of those questions through Google, because we're trying to make a big list of questions. We want to probably get a list of at least 20 or 30 questions that often come up in relation to your business. Now, for some businesses, the list will be smaller and there'll only really be a few key questions that are worth pursuing. For some other businesses, there might be loads and loads and loads of questions. So at this phase 1, just write them down and build that list out and think broadly, talk to lots of people, just get those questions down. Which leads us to stage 2. Pretty obvious, we're going to answer them. Okay, we're going to get busy answering these questions. So get that list done, maybe sit on it for a few days, and then open that document up again and just start answering the questions. Now, I want to highlight this phrase here. You want to be varied because we want to test things out. Okay, you might think that a whole blog post is required for each question, but actually Google might just want a sentence or a paragraph, or you might be better off creating videos. So we want to mix it up so that we know what works best. And here are some ideas. You can use stories. You might tell a story about an answer to that question. People love stories. It's how we communicate as humans. We love stories. You might share some case studies. Yeah, John had this problem. This is how John solved it. And Google might like that, or your followers might like that. You might build out lists. Here are some varied approaches to this thing. Here are some different ways to solve this problem. Here are just lists are great. Google loves lists. You might decide to write an entire guide. So an example we've got down here is a bike shop, a guide for changing a flat tire. You might decide to write that out in full and it becomes the best guide online for that, which will help Google identify your business and your niche. You might just shoot a video. It's the same thing. The bike shop might decide to shoot a video about that, put it on YouTube, get it transcribed, turn it into a blog post, run a competition with bike shop customers about who can change a tire the fastest, all that sort of stuff. You might do short answers, long form answers. Okay, bike shop's a great example because they've got lots of different bikes. They could run a best gravel bikes of 2023 competition article. They could write an article about that. They could review all of the bike computers because people are asking about those products. So go back to stage one, think of all those questions that appear for your business and test out the ways you can answer them. So this is phase two, just answer them in a variety of ways. You might intuitively know that 3 or 4 or 5 of these questions are the real prime movers for your business. So for those ones, you might early on in the piece create a short answer, a long answer, a video. You might do all of those initially. But for now, we just want to get busy answering those questions. Okay. Now, step 3, obviously, we're going to start using them. This is where the magic happens. This could become your entire content marketing system. We want to get that content out there. We recommend a social media tool like Publer that can help you to get this content out there more efficiently. But the main goal is get that stuff out there. Now, this really could become your entire content marketing system. You might run a mechanic business, a car mechanic business, and you've got a whole bunch of questions about different makes and models and different products and different parts and new things and problems and ways to solve those problems. And you might have created all this content that's going to become the crux of your Facebook page for the next couple of months, or your LinkedIn profile, or your email newsletters. There's so many ways you can use that new content that you've got. The game here is to get it out there somehow so that we can see what people resonate with. Okay, because that's going to be our next phase is we've got it out there and we're going to see what happens to it. Because eventually we want to get some of it or all of it or the best of it onto your website or your blog so that Google picks you up. Google goes, oh, okay, that mechanic shop based in that town there knows a lot about these topics here. So they're going to send Google traffic to you. Okay, because that's what Google does. They find the best answer for a thing and they rank it higher, which sends traffic to your website, which is hopefully the right people who then become customers of your business. So stage 4, which is the last stage, is to expand, refine, and double down. You're going to notice that some things get more attention. So you might have posted some content on Facebook and you've noticed that these topics get loads of content, loads of comments, and these topics do not. So you might want to expand upon those ones that are busier and get the comments, because that's really what we're trying to do here. We're trying to figure out what's the stuff that's going to move the needle for our business and what is not. And that's going to help Google. So you might go back into some of the topics and test out other ways to answer it as well. You might then go, oh, that short paragraph on that topic, let's expand that into an ultimate guide and really get all of the Google traffic for that particular topic. That might be what you do. Because at the end of the day, we want to get the best content in front of Google so that our website ranks higher on Google, so that we get more sales, business outcomes. Okay, so just to review, guys, Google really is a giant question and answer service. We want to figure out, by talking to lots of people and researching, we want to figure out what questions do people want to know the answers to. Then we want to answer them in a variety of ways. Then we want to get them out there into all the places that we use. It might be email, it might be Google Business Profile, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, your blog, who knows, whatever you use for your business. And then we want to figure out which topics to expand upon and just keep going, because at the end of the day, that's what Google wants to see, and that's what will give us the rewards that we want. Okay, hopefully that was really useful. Hopefully you take action and do some stuff. If you have any questions, feel free to pop them in the comments below. Thanks for your time. Bye for now.